What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks. Once again, appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. So today is Saturday morning. I do have an early review to go over with y'all today, so I will be doing that in this video. I have with me today the Air Jordan 1 Washed Heritage, which is set to come out in June of this year. So this is the shoe I'm going to be talking about today. And then, of course, just a quick daily lace-up at the end of the video. It is All-Star Weekend. We did have the release of the Air Jordan 13 playoffs today as well. So just going to be discussing those things and the Mischief Astro Boy boot that dropped as well. But that'll be at the end of the video. So starting off with this Air Jordan 1 Washed Heritage, of course. Quick shout out to my guys at Perfect Fit Kicks and Kamikaze Kicks on Instagram. If you need a plug for early pairs, or if you need an early group to join, hit them up on Instagram. They will get you right, I promise y'all. So starting off with this box, and I must say this is probably one of my favorite Air Jordan 1 boxes that has dropped recently. As you see, it's almost like a two-tone box, but it has that white fade to black on here. This is a really dope box, and I know you don't wear the box and yada yada, so forth, so on. I still like the box, and this has that speckled pattern on here as well. Just something really cool and unique, and y'all know I love when they switch up the boxes on the Air Jordan 1. Now going to the label reads Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. The colorway on here is black, fire red, and white. This is a size 11 in men's. Retail price is $180, and like I mentioned, the release date on these is set for June 10th as of right now. Let's hope that doesn't change anytime soon. Now going to the inside of the the lid, you do see the stamp in there, and then just see regular brown cardboard on the inside. Nothing too major with those. And then going to the paper, just regular white paper. Nothing different with this one either. And then going to the inside of the box. So as you see, there is that YDM sticker right there. And then just nothing else really on the inside of the box. So that is the box. So let's go ahead and jump to the shoe. So like I mentioned, this is the Air Jordan 1 Washed Heritage. I'll give you all that quick 360 on these. It's a very interesting shoe. It reminds me of the Jordan 1 Turbo Greens, or all those shoes with that really rough suede on there. But starting off with the outsole, you do have an all black outsole, normal Jordan 1 outsole, nothing different with that. You do have the Nike in the middle right here in black. And then moving up to the midsole, you have a sail colored midsole, and that does wrap all the way around the shoe. Let's see if I get there. We go. Yep, sail colored midsole that wraps all the way around. And then going to the upper, so like I mentioned, this shoe does remind me of the Turbo Green Jordan 1s, and that is because the upper on here is a suede. Now I will say on the Turbo Green 1s, the suede is a lot rougher, or a lot more rougher compared to what's on these Washed Heritage. But we'll start off with the toe box. So you do have that gray suede on here, and like I mentioned, it's not super rough in my opinion. It actually feels it's a softer suede in my opinion, but it does go around the toe box there, up around the lace holes here. And then as you start to get to the back of the shoe, you do see it wrapping around here. Of course, white Jordan Wings logo there. And then we'll just continue along back towards, of course, here on the lace holes, more of that gray suede. Alright, and then going to the Nike swooshes on here, you do have also gray suede Nike swooshes. There we go, there's the focus. So like I mentioned, those also wrap around the back of the shoe, and then this is the other side. No differences in the swooshes there. Now going to the white leather panels on here. Now this is it's hard to, like, it's a nice quality white leather, I will say. It's not super stiff and it's not super soft. It's really in the middle between a soft and a stiffer leather. But I do like the quality leather that they did on there. But that is the white on top of the toe box. And then of course you do have white behind the Nike swoosh, and that's on both sides of the shoe. So here's the other side as well. So that white panel on the back. Now going to the tongue, so you do have a white tongue with a black Nike tag that does read Nike Air in that fire red. So there you see that there. And then these do come with white laces already laced in here. So you do see that there. And then do come with an additional set of laces as well, which is in the little cardboard box that we've been getting, you know. Gone are the days of the paper bag on the Nike shoes, but these are black laces that do come as the additional lace. I'm honestly not sure which will look better. Like, the black laces look cool, I would think. The white laces aren't that bad either. I don't think you can go wrong with either lace color in my opinion. Just kind of depends on what your preference is for what you like in your shoe. Now going to the inside of the shoe, let me kind of move these laces out the way. Alright, so we got a paper shoe tree in these. So we do have the normal paper shoe tree. And then we'll continue on to the insole. So you do have a white insole with the red Nike Air, that fire red Nike Air on there. You do have the size sticker on here as well. And then if you flip to the back, you do have the black back side of the insole. And then these do have the black sock liner on here. Black sock liner wrapping around. And then production date on these is August 11, 2022 to November 16th, 2022. So that is what's on the tag on the inside of the shoe. Now I did forget to mention on the outside, so there is another color gray on the outside, and that goes around the ankle collar here. So it is a lighter tone gray that wraps around the shoe there. And you can see a little bit right here under the Wings logo. And that's on both sides. So two different color grays and then a white on this one as well. So that is the entire shoe. Let me go to show you the other shoe as well. No major differences between the two. But I'll give you all a quick 360 on this one. But suede quality is pretty nice. Leather quality is also pretty nice on this one. I think they did a good job with this Jordan 1. I know a lot of the Jordan 1 colorways have been hit or miss for a lot of people just because they've been pumping out so many different colorways. But in my opinion, I think this is one of the better ones that they've come out with recently. I will be trying to cop a pair of these. It is a gray Jordan 1. Like I mentioned, quality is pretty nice on here. Can't go wrong with gray because it does go with a lot of different things. So I'm going to add these to my list of shoes to cop. Like I mentioned, they come out in June, so we have a couple months before we get to that point, but retail price is $180 on these. So let me know how y'all feel about the Air Jordan 1 Washed Heritage. Is it a must copy? Is it a pass? What do y'all think about these? And of course, what do y'all think about the suede on here? Like, do you like suede on your Jordan 1s? Or do you prefer the leather? Do you prefer nubuck? Like, what are your thoughts on suede on this shoe? But once again, let me know how y'all feel about these. And if you're planning on to cop them, or if you're going to pass on them and wait for something else to come out. Now, moving to a quick daily lace up, and like I mentioned, today was the release date of the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. I did not try for them. Y'all know how I feel about 13s, just not the biggest fan. I didn't get stock numbers for these today, but I did check sneakers. It is 10:38 a.m., so an hour and a half after the drop time for these. There are still sizes sitting on here. It looks like there's a men's 3.5 to men's 7. And then they have a men's 15 through men's 18. So still sizes sitting, but the main sizes are pretty much sold out on the sneakers app. I did see that they were on the Nike app a little while ago. I don't know if it was a full size run or what exactly was on the Nike app, but I haven't checked. I just kind of was not interested in the Air Jordan 13 playoffs. But if you did go for them and you did cop, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see who all went for that shoe or who ended up passing on the shoe. Now let's continue on to AllStar Weekend and all of the, of course, y'all know the drops that come with AllStar Weekend. I believe it's in Utah this year, so that's where everything is going on. So yesterday we did get a couple sneaker stashes and a couple sneaker passes for the AllStar Weekend in Utah. Of course, if you're not in Utah, you just have no chance of getting it unless maybe you spoof your location and can get to Utah real quick. I don't know. But we'll start off with the sneakers pass. So yesterday we did get a sneakers pass for the Jordan 1 High 85 black and white, which released a couple days ago. And the location was at Parlor 23 in Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you're able to go to that, let me know in the comments. And then we also got another sneakers pass, and this was over the Ja 1 Midnight. And I believe this is the shoe that has the crystal, the Swarovski crystals on there. That's like a $400 Ja Morant 1. Let me know if you're able to cop that one as well. And then we also got a sneaker stash for that same Ja Morant 1, the Midnight colorway, and that was in Salt Lake City, Utah as well. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about a $400 Ja Morant 1. Not my cup of tea in my opinion. And then the other cool thing that I did see was Site Supply tweeted this out, but it is the Ja Morant sneakers pop-up in Salt Lake City is made completely of, let me read this, completely of ice, featuring a neat slide as well. So as you see, the shoes come sliding down on like an ice slide, which is pretty cool. They do some dope things with AllStar Weekend, so this is just another thing that pertains to that. So if you're in Salt Lake City, Utah, if you're there just in Utah in general for All-Star game or All-Star Weekend, let me know. Let me know how things are looking out there, if you were able to cop anything, any crazy heat or anything like that. Now continuing on to the Mischief boot, like I mentioned. So we did have the Mischief boot drop a couple days, or yesterday or the day before. Yeah, I didn't go for it. I wasn't paying $350 for that boot, and it's like an 8-week ship time on there. So I just, yeah, like resale price is doing great, but I couldn't justify risking $350 and then having to wait 2 months and not knowing what the resale price is going to do. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me and I want to tie up money. But let me know if y'all went for them. But Mischief did end up doing a raffle after the day after, like the regular release, on their app. And if you were able to enter the app raffle, let me know. I did not, once again, enter for the shoe at all. So if you wanted them, hopefully you were able to cop them. Like I stayed away. And then last but not least, from Soul Links, there is a Sneakers Live coming up, and this is the Jordan Retro Preview unveiling the Summer 2023 collection. And I don't know what day this is, but it is coming up. So it's on the Sneakers app. So if you're interested in just seeing what all is dropping this summer, tune into the Sneakers app. Just go and look and see, and click notify me so you know when everything is coming up. But that is everything I have for this video. Once again, let me know if you're planning on copying the Air Jordan 1 Washed Heritage. How do you feel about the shoe? Do you like it? Let me know your thoughts. And I'm curious to see if people actually like this Jordan 1 colorway, or if it's just another one that is just like, I'm not feeling these Jordan 1 colorways anymore. But as always, hopefully y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. Go subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, turn on the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. As always, early reviews on the way, so whenever I get them in, I will drop them for y'all ASAP. But as always, hopefully y'all stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.